Let's see who's taking this opening round. FaZe can't come in cold. They have to start strong, or this could be the world's #1 reduced to dust in a 2-0 loss. That's a heaven smoke for Karrigan getting lined up. They're going to pop this A site, twist on the yard lurk. G2 set up ramp. Retake with no kit. Oh, right. NiKo does have one. Can drop that one way in heaven.
Yeah, it's a nice little combo of util to retake with, right? Even just outside of the smoke for the one way, you've even got a flash left on Hunter that can be popped through the rafters if they lose the A site, and they have lost it now. So, G2, you were kind of prepared for this. You thought it could happen. Hunter's going to tee them up with his flashbang, and they're going to try to explode on the back of it. Will this pan out? Flash for Hunter, it's got to be good.
There he goes, and 3 players flying through. That's a nice shot for JKS. He's got a double right below him. Hides Brokey, not for long. Modesty finds 2 faces as well. The kit, where is it? It's lost to the wind, lost to the hands of time. They've got to get on this stick. They look on the ground. Modesty found it. He can get on that full defuse right now. Do they expect the heaven wrap? The last place they could possibly check, and Karrigan holds a shot, but for too long. It's all JKS. Modesty back on the bomb with time to defuse, and G2 a retake again in a 4-on-5 to start this map. What a beautiful beginning. They missed the heaven smoke as well, Harry. Karrigan threw it in from T-Roof. It landed on the ground below the site. Those are some beautiful shots. But Karrigan, you understand why he didn't take the kill when he had it. He wanted his first bullets to just remove the planter, or a diffuser rather. Could have been awfully close. Hunter's grooving, styling their way to a first round. G2's first pistol in the series.
NiKo getting aggro outside. He hears these pistols running down through Secret. Outside smoke's going to conceal FaZe's movements. Exact numbers are not known about, but they've heard footsteps. They can make an educated guess here. It's quite a lot. Hunter in the vents, dead after the first. FaZe make it down lower. G2 already here, reinforcing this side of the map now. JKS and Monacy take up stock down towards lower, leaving NiKo and Hooksy responsible for the upper half of the map. NiKo's right here, ready to come in towards ramp as well. So just waiting on that contact, just waiting for FaZe to make the move. And here's the push. Rotates clean. Monacy with a very, very quick flick back down. I tell you what, Monacy looking this good in this series, that's a bit of an X-Factor maneuver, right? That's a bit of an X-Factor for G2. Rops left up in the 1v3. He might have this vent kill caught. Hooksy should be dead here. That's 1 foot in the right direction, but he's got a long way still to go before he comes anywhere close to winning this one.
Monacy's low, but he can just tuck in dark right now. The bomb is out. It's in the middle of the open. Rops won't be able to sneak it and run back up vent. There's cover. NiKo's here. They can swing on Monacy's contact as well. Rob's trying to find a player alone. But he won't be able to. Bomb grab, and Monacy's got the shot. 3 kills from Monacy, and those were clean as well. You're damn right, he is coming in hot today, and Maui used the word unacceptable for Brokey's performance back on map 1. Sure, there weren't a lot of AWPs in play, there weren't a lot of gun rounds for FaZe, but Brokey 1 AWP kill in an entire map is not all we've known to expect from this player, and Monacy's certainly not been nervous in this series so far. There is a world where G2 could 2-0 this one, and what a statement that would be for a team that's already guaranteed playoffs. They just want to rub salt in the wound. And for FaZe, with their future uncertain in Group B of Pro League, with Big still yet to face tomorrow, it's not where you want to leave yourself. Reliant on other results doesn't sound very FaZe, but happened last season, it can happen again. Little eco here now for FaZe, some Deagle, some Kevlar. But G2 just trying to keep it clean.
Yeah, I feel like in these rounds, this is where you get a very grimy G2. They don't really give you a way to make it expensive. They'll group and fight, and then they'll just sit out and wait for you to come to them, knowing that they're not under any pressure. And so they get this one past FaZe flawlessly, keeping 5 alive. Barely even damage done out of the upgraded pistols there. Now we have the guns coming back out for FaZe. And I think really they need to hit the ground running in this, right? They kind of need a bit of a bit of a feel-good moment to fall back on. This idea that now that they're finally on their map pick, they have a bit more say in how it goes down. So let's see if they can. They don't have that AWP again. Brokey just with the rifle. Does give you a few more options in terms of the pace. Oh no, that's not a nice way for it to open.
Oh.
And the smoke was mollied, so NiKo had an open gap for another. He did all the damage. m0NESY swinging out, finished the job. And it's a very early 5v3 in this initial rifle round.
These rounds are so hard to recover. I mean, players have to just look for opening kills here. Brokey's on an island trying to fight out of the hut, but even Hunter won't give him the angle that he needs. Not yet. There's going to be some re-aggro. G2, this is a ballsy move, but it's also the last thing FaZe will expect. 2 players in hut right now as 2 walk ramp. Are they going to crunch lobby in this gun round? G2, this is dangerous, but it could pay off. The attention's drawn. Now they run hut, looking the wrong way of FaZe. Confused and dazed as m0NESY finds 3 kills. 10 and 0 right now on this kid. G2 destroying like they were back on Dust. And even though it's early days, it spells disaster for FaZe Clan right now. Just not getting the rip-roaring beginning that so many of these games have been for the FaZe Clan. Perfect counter in that round. There's a missed smoke from FaZe. It's landed on the roof.
I mean, their outside smokes keep getting molly.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't molly. That was on the top of the roof anyway.
Ooh. Twists, nice deep shot. Ooh. Not the most convincing spray from JKS, and Twist is going to capitalize on it.
Okay.
Give him an inch, he'll take a mile. That's now 2 guns retrieved over at ramp as well, and some serious real estate.
Oh, they saw it.
Hooksy, yeah, he did see that. That's been calmed over. Hunter's coming back. Robs, he thought he had the backstab in that moment. But he's been cleaned up, moving lower. This outside kill's pretty big for Rain. It's suddenly given you a way into the A bomb site. Hooksy is now the only defender of both A and Yard, giving him a lot to keep an eye on here. Firing that 1 bullet, now they know where he is. Now they know he's up here in the heavens. Just going to try and slow him down, buy a bit of time for Hunter to come back up secret and get involved. 2 of these players very, very low, right? Rain and Twists both wounded from earlier fights in the round. Means that Brokey might be fielding some of the pressure here.
This is such a long flank.
G2 have been fine operating really down to the final few seconds of a round. This is the ultimate test of it. Hooksy, late lobby flank getting activated, but with Hunter dead in main, Hooksy now having to do this all alone. They peek him together, and so FaZe do it with pistols. Even Brokey with a bit of a stylistic choice at the end there.
Yeah, crouch key broken, just double checking it, I think, just making sure it works. Always good to keep those keys fresh, and Robin's having fun with that as well. Yeah, okay, that's a sneaky round for FaZe. Definitely some whiff shots from G2, right? Twist capitalized very well. NiKo couldn't finish Rain outside. I mean, those are kills that we haven't seen G2 really missing today. And yeah, it goes a long way to get FaZe on the board with their first. m0NESY not going to be deterred by that previous round. Goes right back outside. Very aggressive angle, very hard shot to hit, but this guy's quick. NiKo is supporting him. When you find one, you'll often find both. This is quite a dedication to the outside area, but at the same time, FaZe is going back to throw up smoke, so it's the perfect setup. If G2 don't pull it apart, they are going to be poised to win this round here in the yard. Rain's got that lineup, but they are way past this smoke.
Yeah, you see this util coming over. You're rubbing your hands together if you're G2. You are in the right place to deal with this. It was the one thing you were hoping they brought your way this round. NiKo, this kill's free. Carrigan back turned. Taken out. m0NESY tagged by the molly, has had to concede ramp. to the FaZe squad, so they start to make their way down in towards lower, but G2 already here, pulling rotates down. Hunter's just the first man, just the tip of the iceberg, really. They will find NiKo, and they deal with him.
That's a bit of a mess. Hunter was trying to escape, and then he throws himself through the smoke. Yeah, he was trying to leave. NiKo was trying to get out the door. I mean, Hunter couldn't help. He was so low, being hounded by Window. That was just a bit of a flurry of action there for G2. Not all on the same page. 2 on 3, though. Oh, my goodness. FaZe haven't planted yet. Honestly, waits for a kill to come his way. It won't. Hooksy, that's a good nade. Twist is going to eat that. Flashing for the ramp fight. Monacy, not worried. Hooksy dead. And that should be the save for Monacy. They actually chase him down at the end there. Robs is walking right behind. And Monacy's self-doubt. And it gets FaZe in with an AWP as well. Second round taken in a row, which is big considering how that started in the yard. A 3-on-5 back for FaZe. Huge pick on ramp for Brokey as well.
Dude, yeah, it's super reassuring that they're able to turn around like that back in their favor, right? Like, it starts off so badly with that outside push from G2 netting the openers. Very, very impressive, right? Everything from the pick at ramp to mollying out the rotate to using that to really accelerate the pace into that lower play. And then obviously you had the kind of fumble from NiKo and Hunter getting their wires crossed in there just to give you a bit of a helping hand. Now G2's money's broken, and so suddenly FaZe, they were looking for a way back into this series, and this should be it.
Oh, they were ready for that. Don't know how, must have heard him on the ladder. Oh, double entry for Karrigan. Robs taps heaven, and the round is nice and clean for FaZe up against the Eco. Only a slight moment of pause.
I will say this about FaZe, man. They normally don't need a hell of a lot to really get their heads back in the game, right? Sometimes by the time you realize how much the nature of the game's changed, it's already too late. So these couple of rounds here that they've been able to streak together could very well be the foundation for a bit of a T-side comeback, right? They're in this power position where every round they win, gonna break the G2 bank account. So the longer you can keep this going, the better of a T-half you can put up.
Not contested yard this time. It's JKS back garage. He's made the switch with Monacy after a couple of awkward rounds on ramp. It's a nice change for G2, but it means FaZe will be able to get down lower if they want, and there won't be much combat. Smokes go wide into main. The FaZe want to go for that hell wrap. Oh, they catch NiKo trying to retreat. Nice kill, but yeah, committing down towards B still, despite that entry. If they didn't, it would have easily crossed into JKS's crosshair. Vent rotate, almost considered for Hunter. The FaZe are still loud in the lobby. They may be bomb lower, but G2 are not in a hurry to meet them there, still trying to deal with these lurkers.
This is nice, though. Karrigan's making enough noise back in the lobby that G2 are doubting if it's lower at all. Rob spotted. He was holding top hut. But that's not the only lobby lurker. Karrigan lies in wait, and with that double there, that's the round. G2, they might have been able to rally. They might have been able to go for that in the 4v4. Even though they trade Karrigan, this will still not entice them into lower.
Oh, you put that perfectly. That's exactly what G2's brain was thinking. Oh, it's Robs. He's at ramp. He's making noise. Let's go, let's go find that lurker now. And yeah, okay, sure, Robs whiffs his spray, but Karrigan gets back in the perfect position very quickly after that fake out. Just the tendencies of knowing what your opponent typically likes to do can sometimes bite you in the arse if the teams use it against you. FaZe do it there perfectly. That is also for the switch up of JKS and Monacy's position swaps. Neither of them find much in that round. Will that be the case again? Monacy continue to AWP ramp, or will G2 put more onus on winning this yard control, as they did in that one round that they lost to a 3-on-5? Started with NiKo and Monacy starting strong in the yard, and is without a doubt the most contested position on this map.
All right, timeout for G2. And I like the timing on this, right? It's still pretty early, but you have kind of felt that in these last few rounds, FaZe are building up a bit more confidence. They're kind of starting to piece together how they want to break apart the CT side. You can feel that happening in the moment, so they call this pause now. Try and get everyone on the same page with how they're going to solve it. Even this round, right? Even having a bit of a dialogue as to how you want to approach a moment like this, where you do still have a decent bit in the round itself. You've still got the AWP on m0NESY, you've got a hero M4, Deegan armor for everyone else. You know, if you're able to strike a couple of players from the Talia phase, you're arming yourselves with every one of these kills. So let's see what G2 can bring to the table here.
Look at this setup, JKS playing behind the smoke. m0NESY AWPing red behind him. Oh, wow. That's crispy. Karrigan, that was a tiny bubble of vision there, and he finds the headshot over it. m0NESY will still get the trade-off, but Karrigan's opened up the round and got a lot of info. Avoid the AWP for FaZe. Go right into Ramp. Hunter holds strong. He gets a kill with the CZ. Rops is lurking out into the A site. He can go down vent and follow them into this B location. m0NESY late, flashing his teammates. So Robs just holds off in the vent for now, but that's a despicable shot. Luckily enough, FaZe have faked it out. They weren't going lower anyway. They're going to run back. The realization sets in for G2, but FaZe have already taken the top site.
Yeah, they got on the ground, but they are still a man down. There's not any reclaiming that till G2 are on your doorstep trying to retake. So they've got a double AWP now to G2. They've been able to grab another one of those. Not ideal, but Hooksy's gonna make it work. Twist's dead, no scoped out. It's Brokey alone in the clutch. 1v3 tucked in at the back of the site right now. m0NESY flashing out through heaven. The other two coming out through the heart. The barrel's been seen. Brokey with one. Oh, and the double up. Looking for number 3, and Brokey dancing around at the back of the site there. Keeps it in good standing for FaZe Clan. Coming alive, making up for a quiet dust 2 from him.
Yeah, it doesn't need the AWP, mate. He's up against 2. They're everywhere. They're surrounding him, and he just finds his pickup right at the end. That's perfect. G2. That's a tilter. So much room from that one-way smoke out heaven, but they never look right below in the sight. And it was Brokey's reposition forced by Twist's heaven plant anyway. Didn't get it down for main. And so that helps out Brokey massively. Down the vent for Robs. Push outside, denied by NiKo up close. A variety of outside control here for G2. They're going to flash him back for more. Brokey's waiting for it, but NiKo's taken 2 of his teammates first. There's the quick shot, but he won't survive. Hunter gets that trade back, and Robs, he came back up secret from vent, but it's already too late.
Yeah, as far as G2 are concerned, they're done with the outside fight, right? So Robs falling on deaf ears with this little lurk around, now spotted by m0NESY over in Garage. And Hunter immediately swings it from main. And with the reply, G2 leveling the playing field, tying us up at 5-all. This one's already starting to look a damn sight more exciting than Dust 2 could have dreamed of.
Absolutely. I mean, it's, you know, it's a great map for FaZe, but G2 are playing up to the level today. You know, one thing that was mentioned on the desk was the communication. That definitely seems on point, and it seems like the best comms we've had for G2 in a long time. And I have to agree, right? Everyone looks tunneled in. Everyone looks like they're having fun. Seeing so many different setups. G2 just keeping it fresh, round after round, making FaZe guess what the hell they're doing. Close. Behind the vent, NiKo creeps down. Nuke, if he continues looking this way, when that smoke fades, his barrel will give him up, so he will change his position. NiKo hopes Robs will go down the vent, but Hunter falls off the hut only to climb back up. NiKo reaggresses outside. Gonna find one player here. It's just Rain on a typical yard lurk. He's gonna come through main on this A hit.
NiKo could miss this timing. Right? It might have already gone too far. m0NESY's getting crept on in Garage, and he's got no idea. Rain really working himself into a pretty powerful position here. They've got no clue. NiKo is out of secret now, and Rain's going to get the info first. NiKo dealt with, the man up now for FaZe Clan. Don't even look like they want to follow through with this A split, which is how it was looking early on. Now they've started to consider other avenues, other options. Rain's recognizing how much room he might have out in the yard now, and he's starting to creep over towards Hell. Hooksy gonna try and check this, but he's a little limited in terms of the angles he can take, right? doesn't want to get caught leaving main. FaZe starting to move into this A play, but it's a mow down. Hunter, m0NESY, and HooXi killed them all in the blink of an eye, and Rain up through heaven. He's got 13 seconds to win this, 13 seconds to pull off the 1v4. It's not enough time.
I'm shocked FaZe go in before he's even like close to help out there. He doesn't have any info for them. He has nothing. And it's not like FaZe, you know, they're believing they're going to get entries in that, but they don't have any util to back that up. They don't have any reason to, you know, set them up into that round. They need to wait for Rain, give him a few more seconds at least so he can trade out kills off their contact, but they just go waltzing into the A site. 20 seconds is pretty close, sure, but they could have done with 10 less and still made that happen with Rain's position. The danger is he just dies immediately, but it's a risk you have to take. Awkward round for FaZe. Now they're back to broke, half by or Galil. NiKo's even started B as well.
That's a good flash.
JKS on ramp has been problematic, so he's just going to give it up. This is the safest play from him yet.
Hero AWP floating around and now posted up onto Hell. There's one thing the G2 probably aren't ready for in this round, it's that. Only have the element of surprise once. Brokey, moment that's fired off, the way G2 are playing this changes. Rain dead on that little secret push. That might redirect FaZe into the A play again. They get out with one kill from the AWP. Brokey in with a second, entering on the AWP to make this round happen. Twist has armed himself now. And Brokey's fanning out, looking for even more. Very different player to the one we saw on Dust 2. That much is for certain. He's owning this angle at main, creeping out. m0NESY almost caught crossing, knows he's lucky to still be alive. JKS is waiting in the vent, but his rotate's kind of stifled by this main player not getting in the action. Brokey now spotted, having fallen back, and dead to NiKo in heaven. Twists gonna try and replicate the Brokey 1v3 from the back of the site. It's a good spray, but m0NESY holds on.
Oh, you could have believed in it. You really could have. You see that flash right there from m0NESY's view? It landed under that yellow thing, right? That bounce board that you fall off of heaven. So that's why Twist doesn't get blinded at all at the back of the site. NiKo's wondering how the hell can he see a thing? Twist should be dead in that first engagement, but despite that, regardless of it, G2 still get the retake going.
Bro, that shot from NiKo was so clean. Like, Brokey was picking up a lot of momentum in that round. You could see it starting to come together. It's really hard to stop Brokey when he's having a round like that, and NiKo makes it look real easy.
FaZe looks so, sorry, G2 looks so focused as well. Like, you know, yeah, just it's a mindset shift. It doesn't look like the team that we've been watching the past 12 months. And they're in control of this game and they know it. More rebuys for FaZe. It was only a halfie with a bomb plant. So all they needed, I guess you could say, was accomplished, but still. 5 rounds is fine, but it needs to be more by the end. m0NESY has just been tearing through FaZe. Very deep util in the lobby. Rob's lining up a ramp flash. JKS, nice and passive. NiKo's been spotted. Rain putting him down very low. NiKo escapes through the smoke. HooXi even catches Brokey on this A play, and they were setting up ramp util. They now need to turn around.
Dude, he's committing right now. Like, he's kind of given this illusion that he really wants to fight for lobby. Carrigan's helped out somewhat there by equalizing it into the 4-on-4. And HooXi will fall off with his aggression through the squeaky door. Rain's once again made it into garage. Seems to be a reoccurring feat that he gets this far out in the yard. But it's got to be something that m0NESY's considering. The amount of times we've seen it. It's grinded to a bit of an awkward hole here for FaZe. They're going to wait this out. And with Rain dead back in garage, he is accounted for by Hunter. Things get really problematic now. You've got one smoke, a molly, and a flash. You can try and get this going into an A play, but it's going to be far from ideal. Smoking off main and trying to get out might be your best and only option here.
Hooksy, this is a guaranteed one and done position as well, or at least one rather. And he's even got a teammate to swing from behind the site. As long as Hunter doesn't face early, 20 seconds. Util's coming out. G2 know what's up. Hooksy gets cleared though. Perfect beat for Karrigan, but it sets everyone up to swing. And that bomb's been dropped with 10 seconds as Hunter ends the round with 3. Great work from the back of the site. Can't believe Hooksy gets hard checked there, but even so, G2 get out with all the goods on this CT half. This is an 8-win streak map for FaZe. This is one they've won 20 out of the last 22 times. And they might be about to drop it to G2. I don't want to speak too soon. But this is looking like a very good G2 right now.
Dude, it's actually sick, because it feels like Hooksy's, calling matches up quite well against Karrigan. That's kind of the eye test right now.
Oh, quickie.
Real pace change, something that G2 haven't really seen yet. One of these faster rounds, and the Tech-9's getting involved.
You might want to save.
Brokey with kills apiece, it might force a save. I think you're always going to give a round like this a look in. You're going to see if you can make anything out of it. This flash from Odyssey to try and get them out through heaven, and they are going to be committed after it. NiKo goes in. That's the bomb denied. Plant not coming through for FaZe. G2 still want to go for this one, and they're making it happen. NiKo out through heaven on a tear. Twists 1v3. His teammates dead around him in a pool. JKS finishes the job, and that's 9 for G2.
NiKo's going for knives. He ran out of ammo, Harry. He was going for a knife kill in the 1v1, and that was just a calamity from both teams, right? Players getting caught out on the top site, a whiff spray for Hunter, no money for G2. They should save, but they throw everything in. Even that flash coming out from CT full blinded JKS. The second one, NiKo did not ask for it because he got full blinded on the second. And FaZe are planting for heaven with the main smoke down. It came down just as the plant started, but they did not have the players there to cover. They weren't expecting G2 to just rush them while setting up. That was such a quick retake. The bomb never even got planted. FaZe were not ready for the pace. G2, a hop, a skip, a jump. Modesty's got a double outside again. Some things never change. Another 10-5 half, perhaps?
It would be crazy. And it's so likely to happen. That's the most wild part. FaZe, outside's off limits. You can get out, you can get to red. Hell, you can even get to garage, but you're not getting any further than that. You're not getting anything meaningful from it. So they're going to go fully back from outside. They up and leave. Hoping that G2 spend a lot of time just accounting for an area that's empty now. But that won't happen, not with NiKo in secret. He's already called, like, guys, outside is fully cooled off, and you're going to see him start to rotate away as a result. Rob's trying to sneak down the vent. He does get here quietly, but NiKo's just seen the gun barrel, and now he knows they're coming his way. Twist was a bit of a surprise. That's the trade, at least. But the bomb's been spotted down lower, and this second man shouldn't make it. Karrigan somehow wins. Stays alive for long. I won't know about Twist back here in the lobby. They think he's down lower right now with the bomb. He got up the vent earlier, and they've got no clue. Yet still, G2 are committed to this lobby wrap round. JKS, he's seen the foot, man. He knows that Twist is here. They're double flanking him through the lobby. And Twist's caught off guard. JKS with the backstab. It's another 10-5 half for G2. They're looking for that 2-0 dream over FaZe.
NiKo. Oh, we've seen the shadow. What? Odyssey's in the air!
To this bomb site. Odyssey on catwalk finds the timing. 8 seconds. If he can drop the bomb, it'd be everything. But it travels into the site. 1-on-2 from Odyssey now.
It's sacrificial. Gives his position away. He wants Odyssey's aim gone. But this man, the shepherd's staff takes down the goat, and he takes Simple out of the round.
Well, this might be one that ends up getting talked about for a while to come. G2 in a spot where they could look to 2-0 FaZe Clan here in a matchup that matters a hell of a lot more to FaZe than it does to G2. For FaZe, they need this win if they want to guarantee a spot in the playoffs, right? For G2, they've already got that guaranteed. This is more to put the strain on FaZe. It's been made personal at G2. Giving it all they've got, looking for that 2-0 with new point man, new leadership, Hooksy. Sounding off some great calls in that first half. Let's get into the second now. G2 with the T-side opener. The pistol rounds have been kind of hit and miss for them, but the force buys the second round, they've been great.
Yeah, I guess you could say G2's won every conversion, right? Whether that starts of the pistol or starts of the second is up for debate. Quick split into A. NiKo gets that top hub player off the site, and G2 just cracked their way in. Rain, oh, he's come out from the vent, and he's caught players with back turn, but he is now two. They chase him down from Tetris, and everyone's dead. An 8-win streak in FaZe for FaZe under question now as G2 take a pistol on top, both in this map. And I am very scared all of a sudden for FaZe.
Yeah, just to reiterate that point one more time, man. Like, FaZe 8 wins in a row on Nuke.
20 out of the last 22, Harry.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I was going to say, like, even then, it's just one loss sprinkled in there. You know, that was another streak that got broken. But G2 might be about to put a stop to it here and now.
Yeah, no teething issues for a new team, for a new in-game leader. I mean, they've come into this group after being the laughable team that went 0-5 last season of Pro League. They're looking for the 5-0 right now. Big fans are G2 fans. As FaZe can't stop this lifeline. Hooksy runs right by Carrigan, but he's blind as well. They both are. Carrigan slips through the smoke, and NiKo helps him out. Hooksy doesn't know where to look. They're spamming him from every position. Miss main smoke just gives him a chance for more kills, but Brokey comes through with one of his own. NiKo back at the site, 3 already, and Brokey needs the dig, but he can't find it. 12 rounds to 5. G2 cementing success.
This is so worrying because also, like, FaZe kind of are a team where if they get it down to a 1v1 in a round like that, sometimes they'll even force down again. Now, with them being on the CT side, really don't see that happening. But, you know.
Again, it's like dust, Harry. It's like, you know, we're going to have one gun round.
They've got to make a lot of concessions, right? Like, and yeah, no, it's going to suck. It's going to suck for FaZe. We're going to have a lot of limitations for them.
No one had this coming through. Some people said, yeah, I think G2 are going to win this game, but no one had it in a 2-0. Not on this map, not against FaZe.
Oh, they did force again.
They forced twice, and G2 aren't going to stop. Keep the pace up, flowing fast, and so confident. All these trades working in their favor, and FaZe just can't get a grip of this game. 13 on the horizon here and to break FaZe's money and morale.
You know, from watching many a Carrigan game over the years, you know he likes the call of forcing down again. You know he likes trying to punish that 1v1 scenario in anti-ecos, but I don't know, this was a bit of a reach. It's going to leave FaZe with absolutely nothing. No money in this next round. Just going to have to take an eco, give 14 to G2, and then they've got to hope for 11 rounds straight if they want to win this in regulation.
This has got to feel so good for Hooksy, right? Not just because he's improving individually, but the pieces he's got around him as well to make this happen, to trust in the calls. You can see how hyped he was getting in the first half over his teammates winning rounds. So happy he has these pieces available, and they are putting FaZe to bed. These triple fast A rushes, why stop?
Hell yeah, go back to it. Go back to it till FaZe can fix it. Till they have a solution to this problem, because right now they don't. G2, this is 14. The little kind of mishmash investment that FaZe have, it's just a meme. It's not going to do anything here. The round's already been won by the G2 squad. So there's the 14-5. That means FaZe, their entire hopes and dreams of just being able to go away from tonight, you know, and say that, okay, yeah, we turned it around, couple of missteps. But don't worry, we're going to playoffs. We're all good. We finished top 1. That is all hanging in the balance and is all depending on the result of this first rifle round. It could be the only rifle round that FaZe get to play on Nuke.
And like I just said, it's not just FaZe's fate here in line, it's Big's as well. If FaZe won this series, Big are relegated to bottom 3. Now it's not just Big fighting for a playoff spot, but who are they fighting tomorrow for that spot? FaZe. It's that battle to get through the group. G2 have already made it to playoffs. Outsiders know they're sitting pretty. And FaZe, maybe a ticket home. If they don't show up tomorrow, I would say today, but it feels like it's too late. 14-5, a gun round, or it's over. A statement game out of G2, you've got to love it.
Yeah, and like one of the things that's so impressive is like to see G2 in a spot similar to this versus FaZe isn't unthinkable with old iterations of the squad. It's just they would always have problems actually closing the game out. And there's been none of that in this series. There's not even been a hint that they were going to trip and fall right at the finish line. And that's been a reoccurring problem with the last few IGLs that have passed through the G2 camp. Seems like it's all gelling right now. Brokey does have his AWP. This is FaZe's one investment to try and stem the bleeding, to try and keep this game somewhat achievable. Outside smokes go down. G2, complete change of pace. They're done running back these fast A plays. Now they want to get a little bit weird with it. NiKo walking the outside smokes. Already past him in credit and rain. Tapped out.
Who clears that?
An advantage for G2 right away in such an important round as well. FaZe are sweating right now. They know that if these next couple of fights don't go their way, the 2-0 is happening and there's nothing they can do about it.
G2's third husband, but this one was the best honeymoon yet. Carrigan's going to catch Hooksy though in the lobby. He won't last long. Still got the bomb there as well to worry about. NiKo's on a big wrap around. He's got Hunter by his side. A gruesome twosome to flank this A site. Will G2 give them the time? They don't have a lot. 20 seconds. If NiKo wants to go ahead, and yeah, he's decided he doesn't have the clock for it. They're going to have to group main. Nice shot for Modesty. Out they go into upper. Rop's going to trade. That's the bomb loose. They don't check lobby. And Carrigan's been here the whole time after Hooksy's kill. Out of ammo, but no problem for the pistol. Rops holds on with 3 from the rafters. Finally, FaZe find a round. It's that first buy of the CT side. But it can't be the last.
Hey man, I'm kind of glad that we have FaZe finding something here, right? Just a chance to give us a little bit more in this second half of play. They keep everything in good standing now. Aren't gonna have a lot of room, right? The beast is always gonna be lingering over them. That doesn't mean they can't beat it. Timeout for G2. And this is going to be cool because I think this is where for other iterations of the G2 team, it's on the back of a kind of moment like this where they seem like surefire victors, like nothing can go wrong. And then they win, or sorry, then they lose that one round that could have just took them over the edge. It's normally at times like this where problems would appear. So let's see if that's the case for this new Hooksy-led G2 squad.
Left to a Tech 9, AKs otherwise for G2. Brokey in between two Molotovs. Oh my god, he only takes one tick. This guy's built different. The Firewalker makes it down vent, and he can assist on this outside take as well. G2 setting up smokes. Rain's made the call, and Brokey can aggress further, knowing likely that Secret has no fugitives nearby. There are the smokes. That's the warning. Rain into the darkness. He just spams through it. Not a problem. Finds NiKo first. Brokey's still here as well, while their attention's on these smokes. He's waiting for them down in the tunnels. Rain won't let them split main. He's going to get a reload off. Very dangerous in front of the smoke, but they creep down. And Brokey confirms what they already know, that G2 are heading lower.
Yeah, only saw one, but there are more right around this corner, and Brokey's ready to respond. Hooksy does not want to go running in, where everyone else has tried and failed and lose this bomb. Still going to hang around, still going to wait and see if Brokey really tries to push this, and Brokey will, giving Hooksy that kill. Still, he's tasked with what was a 1v5, now the 1v4, and they're already running him down. Carrigan goes knocking, goes hunting, and takes him out. 7 for FaZe. The money broken for G2, just going to have an eco fly by. Allowing FaZe to close the gap up even more.
Yeah, FaZe trying to save a streak, trying to save face, trying to save themselves from getting grouped in yet another season of Pro League. It's cutthroat here in the round robin. One nade and a bunch of pistols behind it here for G2. Nothing to write home about, but also nothing to lose. Brokey just yeets himself out of heaven. Takes a lot of damage on the way down, but shouldn't be a problem. Oh, if NiKo hung around there, Brokey was just about to start taking fights outside. FaZe in a 5-on-4 peel back and go into safety.
Just a bit of target practice for Rain here.
They've had enough. Get a shot, guys.
Don't worry, literally everyone's here, so it is still under control. It's all fine. FaZe up onto 8th. It's a little bit laboured as to how they get there, but they do get there, and that's what matters. They get there flawlessly as well. All right, then. G2, they've been waiting to have some money back in these bank accounts. They're going to have that now. What do they want to do? A part of me is curious if they try going back to one of these up-tempo A-takes. I don't think they have to do it right away. I don't think they have to do it out of spawn. Probably in their best interest to not do it right away with all the util that FaZe have. But it would be cool maybe to see him go back to it. At least before this this second half feels like it's gotten out of hand.
Oh, that was a nice try for Brokey, but just a close miss shot onto JKS. G2 insta-smokes off of spawn. Carrigan holding VJKS in lobby now. G2 again creep down lower. 4 players. Oh, but those fading smokes, and that's the danger of going for the sneak. Still got to be quick with it. Rain finds a double kill, and the lobby lurk is gone. This round should be over, but in all intents and purposes, we'll see. G2 can clutch out a 2v5 and lower. The longer they take, the more rotations FaZe will find.
Oh, Rain not going to get caught crossing. 3rd in the round. m0NESY left in this clutch alone now. They know about him down at lower, and everyone's starting to rotate over. m0NESY starting to believe now. All right, 1v3 on his plate. There is this rotate down through Secret, but that's a clean shot. He's feeling the game right now. 1v2. 1 man at the top of Vents, 1 in Decon. Is he ready for it? Oh, Carrigan puts a stop to him.
Dude, it's just the way he moves his mouse. You know that he's believing. You know that he is taking matters into his own hand to close this entire series. And that could have been something there. That really could have. Very awkward round for G2 where the smokes fade before they've even made it across. But my God, those were... like that second one is... I don't even know. Nice try. Nice try.
Dude, it's even so ballsy that Carrigan's willing to face him there, right? Like,
mean,
after he's done that, after he's done 3 of you in on these ludicrous peaks, honestly, he's going to take a little moment here.
Summoning something. 17 years old, styling on the world's best. Still shocking to this day, even though it's not new. G2. You know what else isn't new? It's a little comeback. Up against them. Bit by bit, FaZe find success and maybe even find double digits.
No, I mean, you know, if you're a G2 fan, you are getting worried right now. Slowly but surely, you're getting pretty damn worried because you're feeling this one start to lean back the other way. And it's that oh so familiar feeling. Maybe we were too quick to credit HooXi and G2 for not having this inability to close out games. Maybe it's rearing its head again. Man down early, NiKo knocked out towards outside. Twist gonna look to farm them up if they try to come through this door. And they really look like they want to come through the door.
How many? 4?
I think 2. Oh, 1. Closer to the mark. Carrigan over at the hut. Oh, also run down. Rain can't quite control the spray, but the rotates are there to keep it under wraps. So there's 10 for FaZe Clan. Now, just 4 rounds separates them from G2. Suddenly, this doesn't seem like such a mammoth undertaking. Suddenly, you can envision it. You can wrap your head around it. G2 have got another buy. They've got the AWP for m0NESY this time as well. But something needs to change. I think NiKo needs to maybe get away from outside. He's just, I want to say he's died in the last like 4 rounds he's gone there without accomplishing anything. Having a bit of a rough go at it. And a lot of that is just Rain having a very good understanding of how to play around these outside smokes. NiKo either needs more help outside or to up and leave it altogether. They've gone with the former. They've got Hunter here helping him from the top of silo.
These smokes coming down. Rain's pulled nades. That's a great timing peek for NiKo. He knows there's going to be a reaction, and he quickly dives into the garage. Rain should be cognizant.
NiKo's been really quick on this movement, actually. Yeah, like Rain is considering it, but the timings are a little awry. He's had to drop a smoke here.
Normal.
Even going to try and play around it. Rain, come on now. NiKo is meant to have your number in this round, and yet he's still floating around outside, refusing to give this up.
Meanwhile, they've made it down B, right? It didn't, you know, Rain's distracted this entire time, so it's actually set HooXi up into lower. He's smoked off, but he's got a util to fake things out. Can this really end B? I don't think so. They're setting up a util at the moment. This is not a commit for G2. Plenty of time on the clock. Carrigan with the reaction.
NiKo's starting to walk through outside. If they hear HooXi making... Oh, never mind. NiKo's been checked. Doesn't matter. Oh, JKS with a response. It's a nice return of the 4v4. Hunter breaks open the A site. m0NESY's AWP brings out with another, and HooXi's going to get activated down at lower. Rops now, they're just going to bypass you here. Surely, they spot him on the rafters. They run at him anyway. And that's 15 for G2. Map and series point now going their way.
Yeah, worries averted for now, certainly. That's a huge round. Everyone finds success all over the map, despite the power position in NiKo there. But even though he dies with no kills, he forced so many rotations, so many concessions for FaZe, back into the bomb site. Rain giving up all of that yard control, which got HooXi lower in the first place. Yeah, G2 had success on every part of the map. Nice run boost to give Brokey a better spawn to peek door. They're going to nade it off. He still wants his quick pick, but they're going to drop on his head. You'll notice NiKo's pace is ridiculous and rampant outside as ever. He finds a 5-on-4.
Dude, that's such a nice pickup. Like, Rain kept beating him in these head-to-heads. JKS, he's seen the barrel, but he still can't get past Brokey. Brokey on the AWP, holds door. A 4v4 now. G2 have got a man down lower. NiKo slipped through Secret earlier on. HooXi's trying to join him, just braving this cross dry. No smoke down. Oh, they do go swinging, and m0NESY's going to respond with the tag. That puts the fear in FaZe. They do not know how many have made it across. They've got no idea. Brokey is alone, down at lower right now with this AWP. And he might be responsible for a hell of a lot.
This is Brokey's tunnels right now. I don't think he's going to have a problem. The question is, do they actually come to him? Because right now, G2 are doubling back. More eyes outside. Brokey's been flashed off, but he still owns the angle. Rops has taken such a safe position. The main player spots it. Carrigan gets that first crossing kill, and he's even going to go back in for more. Double down for Carrigan, carrying them through in this round. Rops even swings, knowing the attention's diverted, and FaZe hold on with a clean one so far. Broky's got Hunter locked in, and I think they've seen him as well. Double face to close. Broky hits his, and FaZe do it right on the CT side. 11 now. 4-round separation from overtime. G2 can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief with 15, but this game is not done.
Absolutely huge round from Carrigan as well, right? Like, if he kind of does anything less in main, if that's like a one and done from him in that position, that like gives way for the tide of G2 to start spilling and splitting that upper site. Instead, they get so bogged down trading that kill in main, and they don't even manage that, you know, it forces them into that play at upper. Very easy for FaZe to read.
Last time out for G2. Xtaz relegated to the sidelines for now, and no celebrations till the series is over. And G2 make it so. Broky, what a resurgence from a one-orb kill map back on Dust. Certainly had his impact here from the get-go on the T side. Oh, that's good spam!
Oh my!
JKS with the molly pushes Rain into the exact angle he wanted. And a 5-on-4 that FaZe can do nothing about. They're going to aggress in lobby. JKS will get caught. There's the equalizer, but G2 still have outside.
When you kill Rain outside, man, it gives you so much freedom. Look at it, man. G2, they're so keen to take all this space while they've got it. They've run down outside. They're down secret already. Carrigan's going to hear this late drop off of T-Roof, so that's at least something for FaZe to try and educate themselves on.
Fake out though, because Hunter's walked all the way back after throwing the main smoke. Broky still does at least have the ramp room, and considering there already be, if Hunter wanted to go lower, it's either cut off vent rotations or join them on ramp. How long will Broky wait? Outside's been conceded for a long time. He checks his back, but Twist still has this on lock.
I'm really nervous. G2 are in a proper power position here, man. With Hunter ready to cut down rotates, someone's going to go huge. Broky's going to try and be that guy. And with 2 kills down at lower, the bomb gets away from G2 now. Dropped in window, and Hunter spotted, cleaned up by Twists. NiKo, 1 versus 3. Getting flanked through secret. 2 players in at ramp. Could get caught with util pulled. Gonna get the bomb, but a man here already. Carrigan's rung his bell, and that's 12 for FaZe.
Ding, ding, ding. 3 away now. Dinner is certainly warming up. It's not quite yet served, but FaZe are dishing out knuckle sandwiches to G2 right now. Broky, he is the reason that FaZe is still even in this game, man. He's had some unbelievable saving shots on this CT side. Aggressive and oppressive as ever. More pistols for G2. Harry, you said you wanted to see that quick A attempt again. I'd love to see it in this round for G2. Doesn't look like they want it. It might still be ending on that A site, but smokes go down first. Pressure on top of the hut. Molotovs are plenty. Got to force nades out of FaZe. Smoke in the choke. This is an A hit.
Yeah, we're finally going to get it right. They wait for this first volley of util to go out, and now they look to move in. Flashes
So
to complement it, and Twist tongue out to dry. Carrigan, oh dear, they're all around him. They've run him down. The Tech-9s are looking good to open up. A 3v5. FaZe, oh, they're losing bodies left and right. JKS still taking heads off. Rain and Broky to try and do it. Out through heaven. Rain's whittled down low. Might get finished off here and now. Broky is all the way out on the rafters, and Rain is gone. G2 do it. 2-0 and a 4-0 placing up in the group. They've got this chance to go flawless now. FaZe, their fate is still hanging in the balance. They've got to beat big tomorrow.